Live from the heart of New York City, it's the Morning Show with Mike and Juliet. Wednesday.
First up, you like this? Sex, lies, and videotape. Prosecutors in Chicago...
That's what I'm talking about, that kind of reaction. We like that.
Prosecutors in Chicago have rested their case against R&B superstar R. Kelly on trial for allegedly videotaping himself having sex with an underage girl.
You've probably been hearing about this because it's been going on for a long time. So today, R. Kelly's turn to convince the jury he's not a player in the sex romp. Now, it's not like he's going to be getting on the stand, or is he?
Ooh.
His team is going to have a tough time, though, after some of the previous bombshells.
Hold on. Scandalous sworn testimony about criminal three-way sex. Damning declarations about an extortion plot. And a duffel bag full of homemade sex tapes carried everywhere like a prized possession. All this in just one day of action at the sensational child pornography trial of R&B singing star R. Kelly. But the Grammy Award-winning defendant refuses to sing the blues. Kelly has pleaded not guilty to charges he videotaped himself having sex with a female prosecutors say was as young as 13. His defense? Kelly claims he is not the man on the tape. However, the prosecution has a star witness, Lisa Van Allen. Lisa testified she met the alleged victim, the teen girl, in 1998. In her most damaging testimony, Lisa identified the two individuals on the sex tape as Kelly and the alleged victim. According to prosecutors, Lisa is particularly qualified to know who's on the tape. Why? Because of Lisa's bombshell testimony about another sexual encounter. This one, a three-way escapade between Kelly, Lisa, and the underage girl. All of it videotaped and directed by R. Kelly. Finally, Lisa told the court Kelly kept all his tapes with him at all times and put them in a black duffel bag. Then the prosecution rested its case. But R. Kelly's lawyers will start calling witnesses next. The defense team is challenging Lisa Van Allen and her story. They say she is a schemer with a boyfriend, and the pair plan to extort money from R. Kelly in exchange for a sex tape. This high-profile trial has captivated the country's attention because people are asking, why is it taking so long to bring to justice a criminal case involving the exploitation of a child? Joining us now is Chicago defense attorney Thomas Glasgow.
Also, Kelly Zink from CelebTV.com joining us as well.
So, Thomas, answer the question. If this event did happen, if this incident did happen, happened 10 years ago, indicted for it 6 years ago, what's taken so long?
In 1998, this was the alleged tape that was made. 1998 to 2000 was when it was made. It was duplicated and sold on the streets of Chicago. It made its way to the Chicago Sun-Times.
Sure.
The Sun-Times then turned it over to the police in 2002. In 2002, the prosecution began. Defense counsel filed about 30 pretrial motions, all of which had to be litigated. The judge was injured during the course of the litigation. He had a high-profile murder case he had to try. Counsel for the defense had to try a high-profile case. Mr. Kelly's appendix broke.
Sure.
She had to have surgery. He ended up, his bus got stopped.
That's why it's been drug out over 6.5 years. Yeah,
Everything went wrong.
But now it's on, man. It's on.
Yes.
There's been an issue now about a mole. Now, R. Kelly's team has said this is not that's not even him, and they pointed out on this video there's no mole. R. Kelly has a mole on his back, I think it is, right?
They went through opening statements, and in opening statements they said, you know, this mole is going to set him free. That you're not going to see that on the videotape.
The mole will set you free.
Apparently so. The state brought in a video expert that showed frame by frame by frame by frame the mole and how it tracked on his back, and really undercut the defense position when the opening statements.
But Kelly, how are they? That's pretty powerful testimony from this Lisa Van Allen and the videotape. How do they overcome the videotape?
Well, it's going to be nearly impossible to do that. But if you look at R. Kelly, this is a guy who doesn't exactly have the best history. You know, he married Aaliyah when she was 15 back in 1994. That was quickly annulled when he found out she lied about her age.
Remember, Aaliyah was a R&B singer herself who was killed tragically in a plane crash.
And so R. Kelly doesn't exactly have the best reputation, and that's definitely going to be taken into account.
But interestingly, just kind of on a sidebar, he may not have a good reputation, but he is beloved in that area, especially. People love his music.
Hometown hero.
What happens when he walks into a restaurant?
I mean, I've been in the place when R. Kelly has walked into our bureau at CelebTV.com in Chicago, and the room just stops. R. Kelly gets the best table. People walk up, shake his hand, pat him on the back. People are really able to separate church and state when it comes to this guy.
But Kelly, you've covered this trial from the very beginning, CelebTV.com, and you know celebrities. Will all this damning evidence finally take his star down, you think?
I think that R. Kelly, when it all ends, he's going to be remembered for his music. No matter what happens, he really is. He did the Bulls theme song. This is a guy, people are able to separate it.
Olympic theme songs, and In the Closet, all those, that series of videos and all that.
I think when this all ends, it's going to be like a Trapped in the Closet series. Who knows, this guy could come out with a reality show. He could be inspired and create more music based on this.
If he isn't in jail. Now, here's the thing. Will he be brought up to testify?
That's a question that we've discussed before. It depends on his credibility. If he comes off as squeaky clean, I think the jury wants to hear from him, no, that's not me, because that is the crux of the whole defense.
But Tom, the victim doesn't even seem to care about this. She says, she's 23 now, it happened to her when she was 13, allegedly. She's not even part of it. She says, that's not me on the tape. R. Kelly didn't do this. Her parents even think that this is that it's not accurate.
Well, this is allegedly R. Kelly's goddaughter. And there's a friendship between between the parents and R. Kelly. The fact that this girl is saying that she's not the one really is not the issue. It's a societal interest in making sure that child pornography does not go further.
If he can't defend himself and he goes to jail, how long?
He's looking at 4 to 15 under Illinois law.
All right, we're going to follow this story, guys. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
They're back in the courtroom this morning.
All right, if R. Kelly fails to prove his case of mistaken identity again, 15 years in jail possibly. We are going to discuss this, I'm sure. So coming up in just a second.